Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I picked this up a few days ago.
Editing Thea here. Before I get ahead of myself with showing you the end result, let's go back in time and check out the initial condition of the machine. It's not currently in working position. It is totally seized up, so I will have to clean and potentially rebuild this, but it's my brand. It's a Pfaff 262. We're looking at it upside down, and I paid $25 for it.
Since I'm learning about vintage machines in general, just the maintenance and care for them, I wanted to point out some key things that I learned about this machine. So I did a lot of reading over the weekend about this machine, whatever I could find online. Thankfully, I was able to find a free download for the manual. I did learn some interesting things that this company did to make sure that things didn't rust on the way over to the United States from, at the time, West Germany. I discovered that they treated the underside of the machine with a solution of gasoline and Vaseline. If it was never removed, it basically became a varnish situation underneath, and it would gum up the machine, basically creating like a solid glue on the underneath.
I wanted to squeeze in that little fun fact before I give you the walkthrough of the condition of the machine as I brought it home, because you'll be in the know of why she was stuck. I don't know much about cabinets, so I'll have to look into this a little bit, but this does have the knee pedal already mounted over there. It looks good. It's just dirty. It looks like it sat out in a garage for a while. There's hope. Okay, and then taking a peek underneath, we got some dirty action going there. But overall, I think it looks real good. I'm really looking forward to using this one. Okay, other initial issues. The presser foot is stuck. So we'll have to fix that. Also, I think the dials are a little, yeah, our knobs are stuck. So cleaning first before we attempt anything. She turns on and off. Currently we are in a real tight position here. It was completely seized up at the thrift store and I couldn't even move it. And since we've brought her home, she's already dropping her needle down. That tells me she needs a good cleaning. I gotta check the internals, make sure nothing is broken, but I loved this layout up here. So I could tell, you know, we got some dirt in here, but things are looking real good already, just from seeing her at the store and bringing her home. It's been a few days since I brought this gal home, so I'm going to start cleaning her today. And in my last record of this situation, my knobs were stuck, and I think just from being in the warm house, we have movement. Things are moving real good. One thing that didn't resolve itself from being in the warm house is the presser foot bar lever here on the back. It's not doing anything, and the foot isn't dropping. Here's the front action here. We have no movement on this. Coming down. I went ahead and took off the cover, and I can see what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna have to refer to the manual to see where we connect at, but you can see no action here, and this should lift and drop the presser foot down here. So it's just sewing machine oil, and this is even a unopened vintage tin one. I had to remove the cam assembly to access the internals to oil and clean. I am a little concerned at this point because I did pop off one of the little
tension bars or springs. I don't know exactly what that would be called, but they're attached to here and it feeds this mechanism like a piano. And this I just detached on one side and that goes back to there. This guy right here. Update on this dial. We have full motion here. And I do care about this apparently because this is the reverse mechanism. I'm just oiling and putting my full body force and heat of my hands on it at this point with sewing machine oil only. I oiled some key spots. So this wasn't engaging previously. There is a spring in the back here that I just dropped a couple of drops of oil, but I was able to physically push up the presser foot, got some oil into a new area that was exposed, and then I got it to come down by pulling with all of my body weight on here, and I oiled this little bit here, and now we are smooth. Okay, and with the foot in place. Amazing. Things about this particular machine, which is not going to be very helpful if you are looking to resolve these problems with this video, and I apologize, sorry. I know that this machine has embroidery stitches, which is fantastic. I did take out the cam assembly. I needed to get in there to oil. I don't know if it was installed correctly previously because I had a non-functioning machine. So I actually don't know if the cam assembly was intact and in the correct position. I have read multiple times that even in the manual, in the user maintenance manual, it says that troubleshooting, if it's, for instance, this machine currently is only doing a zigzag stitch. I can change the size of the zigzag, but I cannot put it into the straight stitch situation. So apparently that is a cam install problem. So I'm gonna have to dig deeper into it, but my main goal was just to get it usable. So with that said, I have learned with the vintage machines that I have worked on, the thing that I like to do after getting them up and running, I like to immediately run it after I've oiled it and cleaned it, just to kind of get the oil moving through the mechanisms. And that is exactly what I did. So I actually made this dress just to say I did it. It's actually just a work dress, and I'll have a little link to my Instagram about the pattern that I used and information about the dress. Hopefully I've inspired you or gave you some good tips to keep in mind when you are out treasure hunting for your own vintage machine. I'm sure that there are lots of other really experienced vintage machine owners out there who have a lot more to say, but baby steps for me. I do have quite a collection so far, and I only have a few left on my checklist. This wasn't actually on my checklist. I didn't even know this machine existed, and I am looking forward to seeing if I can get that embroidery cam assembly in the right position and see if it works and get those fancy stitches that I've read about in the user manual. Really glad I put in the effort and all of the sewing machine oil. All right, hey, thanks for watching and see you later. So, in all honesty, and I'm still learning German, I don't actually know the correct pronunciation for Pfaff, or how my daughter pronounced it when she was a little person. She called it Pfaff.